you're the best of me. Having you next to me, always amazing, simply outrageous. Giving you the best of me. Oh. Yeah. Girl, you know I'll be giving you the best of me, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see you, girl. You on Sweet Monica. Amber Lane, honey. Yeah. Yeah. Sugar City. Hey, Pop Walla. Walla Walla. What do you have, Bill? Alright. All the time. You looking straight. Yeah. You say, Dale. Watch out, you squares. Yeah. All the time.
Listening to my favorite show with my man Sharp Shot, chopping it up radio. Plenty other things to do, but I'm putting them on hold. Sitting in the studio, listening to Chop It Up Radio. Things are getting kinda heated. Think we better take it to the phones. Don't know how we gon' make it. This is the show that goes where you take it.
Where you gonna take it today?
In a minute we'll be ready, 'cause you know it's on tonight. Ain't no way we gon' forget it. Chopping it up, chopping it up, chopping it. Now I'm laid back, listening to my favorite show with my man Sharp Shot, chopping it up radio. Plenty other things to do, but I'm putting them on hold. Sitting in the studio, listening to Chop It Up Radio.
What's going on, people? This is your man Sharp Shot right here on Chopping It Up Radio, on ChoppinItUpradio.com. This is the show that goes where you take it. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Chopping It Up Radio. I am Sharp Shot, the Jack and Moon of Radio, along with...
Hey, this Miss Judy. Hey, how you guys doing?
And also...
Yeah, man, King Buddha. Buddha the One. What up?
What up, y'all?
Hey, what's going on? How
What's
are you?
popping?
Chilling. Everybody good?
Must have been a little eventful this week.
Uh-oh.
I think I have the worst luck with cars. Somebody hit the other one.
Somebody hit your car.
So I had to get
what
another
the
rental.
You sure they hit you?
I wasn't in the car.
Oh,
They sideswiped you?
Yeah.
that means she was
Sorta.
parked fucked
Ain't
up.
this like the second or third time?
This is like the third time in Baltimore.
And you gonna say, oh,
leaving
it's
out of
okay
Baltimore.
for Miss Haiti to park her car on the
No,
street?
I said, no. I said she could have parked in my garage spot inside my building.
Lord have mercy.
Okay.
Hey, man,
That
you need
street
to,
shit. Hell no.
you over there looking real festive, man. You need to stand up and get the people to look at that, man.
At
You're
your
looking real
jackets.
festive, man.
I try.
That is like the whitest
The white
jacket.
Try.
Santa with
That
white
is the
Santa.
whitest.
How you gonna have white Santa?
I couldn't find one that was black. Sorry.
Well, it looks like him. I mean, it matches him.
Ah.
You didn't need a dark one.
That's a good one. I couldn't find one that was black. So, you know. Did you, you ain't coming here with no box in your hand, so you don't have the,
No,
game.
but we don't need the box. I mean, you know,
You
my
just
thing
go
is you
All
can
right,
go
I'll
off
let
the
you-
top, you know.
I may try to-
No. I think you could pull up online because I feel
I may
like
try
y'all
to
want to
put it
give me
online.
ones that I don't know.
Even on the game, there are going to be ones you don't
yeah.
know.
Yes,
I'll try to pull it up. I'm going to try to pull it up.
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can find
For
something.
y'all that don't
Just 'cause
know,
I don't know.
real
We-
quick,
yeah.
Miss Zudi, from a post earlier this week, we posted the Gordon Gartrell that Denise was supposed to make for Theo, and she fucked it up. The Gordon Gartrell famous shirt from the Cosby Show. And Zudi was like, what is this? Like, so she has officially lost her black card.
That is not fair.
But not only due to that, she didn't also know who Bruce Leroy was.
I'm not a movie watcher.
But-
not a movie watcher.
What? Okay,
What
we'll
TV
give you another
watcher?
chance real quick. What did James say to JJ about his prom date while she was in the bathroom?
I didn't. I just said I'm not a big
shit.
movie
Hey,
TV
Come
watcher.
on.
Hold on. I got to think of that. I seen that one because you talking about the girl that he ended up getting married to. Well, no, they ran off because she was on drugs. She was on drugs, right? That's the one you talking about, right?
He said she's a junkie,
JJ.
JJ. She's a junkie. Every black person knows this. Good times.
not.
I
So
ain't
you
even
didn't watch
gonna
Good
lie.
I
Times?
did watch Good Times, but again, I wasn't a consistent TV watcher.
Go ahead, Shaw.
Like we didn't
Talk to
we
her,
didn't
Shaw.
sit in front of the
Talk to her,
TV.
Shaw. I'm
We didn't
done.
sit-
I'm
no.
done.
She read books.
I did read books. Yep,
read
I did. And
Did you
we were
read the coldest
outside.
winter ever?
Yes, I did.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And the sequel, which was Midnight.
Did
Yes,
you
I
read
did.
Dutch?
Man, that shit long as fuck.
What?
Midnight.
No,
And
how's
dry. It's
How's
good.
it gonna
Don't
be
get
long?
me
It's
wrong.
only 200 pages, right?
No, it's like, no, hold up. No, I got the joint. Is it there? That joint long as fuck.
She read the coldest winter ever, so we might give her a portion of her black card back.
Whatever.
But wasn't there two midnights or it was just one? I could have swore she came out with another
She
one.
didn't
after
read
that.
Dutch though, so
Honestly, I haven't read Dutch yet.
none of the Dutches.
I'm more of a Donald Goines. Like I've read
Donald Goines got good books.
all his books, and you know he wrote all his books in like a 2 to 3 year time span.
Chanel
That could
said
be
you are
possible.
slowly getting your black card back, Zudi.
Listen,
She didn't answer the question.
Have you seen the Mac?
Again, I'm not a big TV and movie watcher.
Oh, hold on.
So that's
hold
what
on,
you gonna
hold
put it
hold
on. Go ahead.
Let me ask this. So I won't cut you. Name some of your favorite movies.
Ooh.
5 Heartbeats.
No, don't try to put
No,
it.
that is
Trying to be a nigga now.
No,
Now you're trying to be a nigga.
Listen,
5 heartbeats.
listen,
Look
no.
how she said it. 5 heartbeats.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I can say that movie from the beginning to the end. Like I can recite that movie. That is one of my
Okay.
favorites.
Some people run.
I can't sing, so I'm not gonna.
stormy weather.
It was a
I'm
post.
not about to sing that. I can't sing.
Okay, all right. So you know it back and forth, right?
Yes.
And I'm gonna give you something real easy because it was just on the page.
On the post.
Sing the song.
Didn't I just say I ain't gonna sing? I just said
Word.
that.
Just come on, let's have some fun.
No, I ain't
All
gonna
right,
sing
what
it.
was the song that they sang when they got pulled over by the police?
Oh.
It was just on the page. It was
What?
on the
No,
page.
no, no, no.
No, wasn't it?
What song did
It was nights like this. I wish.
No.
Yes, it was.
No.
Yes, it was.
No.
Yes, it was.
I'm gonna do it, Mike. I'm gonna start it off, Mike.
Yes, it was.
Hey, Shop, I'm gonna start it off. When they got pulled over by the police, they
Yes,
said,
you
"Go on and sing, boy,"
Yes,
and
you
it
did.
go like this.
And y'all sang a group.
Got nothing but
Oh, yeah, you're
love
right.
for
You're right.
you,
You're right.
baby.
Yeah.
Got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nothing but love for you, baby. Got nothing but love for you, baby.
No.
That was the
That's right.
saddest version of that song that they sang.
No, I do remember that. My bad.
God, okay. No, you ain't finished. Go ahead. 5 Heartbeats. What else?
What else?
Since you know the movie back and forth.
She trying to get her black card, y'all.
Come
She
on.
said
You
5
can
heartbeats.
do it.
No, my second one isn't going to do that.
Go ahead. It don't matter. No, go ahead.
She said my second
Go
one
ahead.
isn't gonna do that.
Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing real quick before you finish. I tried to get Miss Haiti down here so you have some support, but she was scared to come on.
No, what's my
Her black card.
my second one is what's the name of that movie with Kaiser Sose? Usual Suspects.
Okay.
Usual Suspects.
High five.
Usual Suspects.
High five.
It's not
I
a
give you that
nigga
one.
movie.
But
shit,
I didn't say
correct.
it was
That's
a
a
black
nigga movie.
movie.
Hold up.
That's not in the top 20 black movies.
What?
But it's a movie that every
That's a
black man
classic,
loves.
yes.
You gotta love that movie.
know what?
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I give up.
You don't love
Whatever.
it?
Listen,
That's
it's
one
not
of
in
the-
my top 20. When I think of nigga movies, I'm thinking Five
No, because let me
Heartbeats,
tell you-
Color Purple, Friday, Every Friday,
I know.
Coolie High, The Mac, Dolomite.
No, but you gotta
The Temptations even fall in there.
what's the one? You gotta put Joe Clark. What's that movie?
Oh my God!
Joe
Did she
Clark,
say,
what's that movie?
What's the name of the
You
movie?
are not getting a black card. If you gotta ask what Joe Clark is from, I'm done.
What's the movie?
No, I'm not gonna say
I told
it.
We're not gonna tell you.
You should say it. What is it?
I can't remember. Not Lean on Me. Is it Lean on Me?
Is it not Lean
Yes,
on
it
Me?
is. It's Lean on Me.
Wow.
It is Lean on Me.
Wow.
I wasn't
You're-
a big movie watcher.
All right.
We only was able to watch 1 hour.
Y'all were able to watch one. Well, you Jehovah
1
Witness?
hour. No,
That's usually how Jehovah Witness are raised.
no. My mom was just big on education.
Okay.
We
But-
watched WETA.
WETA fucking sucks. That was the like information channel and shit. Wow.
Koji Nani
Okay, so
and,
what?
like,
So
Bob
name
Ross.
name some non-black movies that are black movies. You get what I'm saying?
Oh. She can't do that.
The Usual Suspects is one.
Usual Suspects
Godfather is another one.
Scarface.
Scarface, of course, is at the top.
Casino.
Goodfellas.
Okay, Goodfellas.
Gangster movies are nigga movies, but still,
See.
come on now.
The Usual Suspects I put in my top.
Come on.
I
That is
love-
one of the
that's
top
one of the
because
top.
that shows you it's like don't
right.
sleep on the person that you think is weak because that one could be a cold
So look,
case.
y'all.
Shit
For
was
y'all
lit.
watching, I'm gonna tell you what made me take Zudi's black card away, and I took Miss Ingrid's black card too. They're together.
What?
So
that shit been
Mrs.
done.
Sampson and Zudi, they both lost their black cards on this night.
Miss Haiti.
When I said Miss Haiti, I'm sorry, Miss Haiti, they both lost their black cards when I said.
No,
Hold up. I said, let me hear you sing Silent Night. And
sing
they
the
did
regular
not
version.
they did not start off.
Stop. Comments. Start off Silent Night.
How do you start off
How
Silent
do you start
Night?
off Silent
As
Night?
a black
In the
person.
comments, how do you start off my Silent Night? Let's see how many people will get it.
Everybody's gonna get it.
no, they're not.
I want to see.
Okay.
They're gonna go.
We're giving
off
y'all
of
a little bit of
person
time.
that they first like.
How do you start
You grew
off
up
Silent
listening
Night?
to.
Okay. We're gonna give them some time on that.
Yeah, we'll give him some time.
That's because you already threw out clues.
No, we didn't. We ain't throw out no clues.
Well, he ain't say
If
nothing.
you ask a black person to sing Silent Night, how they gonna sing Silent
No,
Night?
because Kim said the same thing.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
But she grew up out there. She's a lackey. So
How does a lackey?
that's what they call themselves out there.
What's that?
Really?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
They grew up amongst white folks as well.
A lackey. Wow. First time I heard that one.
Look, Chanel got it, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
But that's
I ain't gonna say nothing.
and we knew Chanel was gonna get it, but
Cause
also
she a nigga.
yeah, and then she but she
was there.
She was there with us last week.
She was there.
Was she
go
there
ahead,
when
go
we
ahead,
had that
Buddha.
conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Buddha.
You start Silent Night off with "In My Mind," but they said, "I said, come on, lady, sing Silent Night." Miss Haiti said, "Silent Night, Holy Night." I said, "Oh fuck no,
That
this shit is
because
not
that's
right."
the first one that you think about. Like that's the one that you grew up listening to.
No, that was the one they taught you in school.
So I know you don't sing. I know you don't sing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had to start off singing this Christmas, how would you go? How would you start it?
Hold on. I can't remember the exact words.
I ain't even-
Hang on the
Huh?
mistletoe.
Yeah.
How would you
I
sing?
like to get to know you better. I know that song. Like
Trying to figure out the groove of the
this
song.
Christmas. No,
Okay,
yeah.
you got that one. You got no. I'm saying he's trying to find. You got to find out the groove of the song. But
Listen.
you got that one. She got that one.
I know my music.
She got that one.
Oh, you know your music.
I know
So
my
so
music.
black card wise, you will win with music.
All right, who is the queen of Christmas?
The Queen of Christmas.
Queen of Christmas.
That's easy.
That's easy.
The
Oh my
queen of
God.
Christmas music. I don't agree
Who?
with it. I don't agree with
But
it.
who
I
has
hope
been
they-
deemed
who?
the queen of Christmas?
I don't know who they would say is the queen
Mariah
of
Carey.
Christmas.
Mariah
Mariah
Carey.
Carey is not to me not the queen
To
of
me,
Christmas.
she's not, but
because
a lot of
Who do
Whitney
y'all
had
feel?
has a Christmas thing that will blow her out. So does everybody else.
Well,
I don't know.
But I'm gonna say
Miss
but.
Haiti said Mariah Carey.
Yeah, but it's not publicized like that.
No,
Like
it is
Mariah.
publicized.
It's
Mariah
publicized.
Carey is
No,
the-
Mariah
Let me tell you,
Carey
like
is. I'm talking about Whitney's.
Whitney.
Like,
I don't remember Whitney
Yes,
doing
she
no Christmas
did.
music.
Because,
See?
yes, she
See?
did. Because when she did the movie, that Christmas,
I'm sure
movie
she
with the
likes
thing.
singing about snow. Y'all forgive me.
You stupid.
Y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me. She did like snow though.
But nah, yeah, when she did that movie, but it wasn't something you only really heard that shit when the movie came around. Came out.
No, you hear it all the time during Christmas time.
So look, y'all out
Okay.
there. Y'all out there. What's some of y'all, and y'all can pin it in the comments. We ain't gonna talk about it. What's like some of your fondest memories of Christmas besides the normal waking up getting gifts?
We should have did that.
Well,
later.
we can do it
When?
later. We'll talk about
We'll
it
do that
later.
later.
But go ahead, Sharp. What you got,
All
brother?
right, so we're going to go into the news real quick. Okay. And I'm going to pull my shit up. It's been I got quite a what?
Chanel's a Whitney fan. She got
Thank
mad
you.
at me for talking about Whitney liking snow.
Thank you. Yes,
You-
I love Whitney.
You know you cannot
would-
talk about
No, I mean I
Whitney.
love Whitney. Fuck, we all know Whitney was a snow. She liked to snort some powder. Shit,
All
there's
of
people
them did.
alive that like to snort powder. I ain't talking bad about it. She said crack was whack. I respected her for that. I don't smoke crack.
What she said?
Look, she,
Asking for the receipts. Where the
and then
receipts?
she laughed about it. Crack,
It's
please. I snort pure cocaine.
Stupid.
Good shit.
All right, so a few articles I got this week. New training program helps DC police officers diffuse tense situations. So the Metropolitan Police Department in Washington, D.C. is set to implement a new training program called ICAT, Communications Assessment and Tactics, starting January 2024, aimed to teaching officers to handle crisis situations without resorting to firearms immediately. The training focuses on communication, assessment, and de-escalation techniques for scenarios not involving guns, emphasizing practical scenarios-based learning for all 3,328 sworn officers within the department. Go ahead.
So I'm confused on what they're going to do because I feel like Are they going to base it off of mental health issues, like certain things, drug issues that?
Yeah,
Like,
anything.
Fuck
what
all
are we
that.
gonna do?
And I'm gonna tell you why. That's bullshit. That article is bullshit, and the fucking tactics that they come on is bullshit. Because the first thing you learn in law enforcement is that you meet the threat level accordingly. So if it's not a weapon involved, you shouldn't have a weapon involved. So the fact that they still got to run back and try to teach them this is bullshit. And they should have been ashamed to even place that article or say that they're still teaching that. Because that's the first thing you learn is the force in TM. It's called the force in TM. And that's the threat level of what you use. Because the first level, you have baton. Officers have 4 different things. They have baton, they have tasers, they have pepper spray, and then they have their gun, which is lethal force. And lethal force never needs to be met with non-lethal force. Mm-hmm. And that's what we've been facing. All these kids that's getting killed and youngins that's dying are meeting lethal force to non-lethal force.
Because the first thing they want to do is pull for their gun. Now, I was talking to a police officer that's a friend of mine, and I asked him the question, why don't y'all aim for the legs, aim for something different? And he was like, nah, we aim to take you out so we don't get taken out.
Well, yeah, no, I get that.
It's the biggest area of contact.
It's called center mask. So they aim for center mask, but they're pulling the weapons too soon is the problem.
Correct.
Now, the problem is these officers are scared, and I get it. They want to go home to their families. These youngins got switches out here. Police ain't got switches. Now, I do think police should have switches.
What's a switch?
That's a mechanism that you put on the back of your weapon. That's just a switch. It's a mechanism that you put on the back of your gun, okay? Mm-hmm. And it allows your bullets to travel at a faster velocity.
Don't be a smart ass.
But no,
it turns it into
a fully. Basically,
I mean, my bad. Fully
it turns it into a fully.
Oh, okay.
So instead of your regular 9-meter going pow, 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 it's going brat, 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 brat. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but I don't like that. That's bullshit. Go ahead, keep it going though.
I mean, hopefully it'll help, but I don't think so. I can't remember. I'm gonna be honest with you. Did we talk about the mother of the 6-year-old who got shot? That shot the teacher.
Yeah.
We talked about that last week, right?
Did we?
Yeah.
So she got. I mean, I think we did, but she got sentenced to 2 years.
She should.
And we always go through this when y'all know I always say parents need to be held accountable at some point. Do you think that's too harsh?
Nope.
She has some other charges too. But.
I mixed emotions with that, but go ahead, Zudi. You can go first.
No, because I feel like how did the 6-year-old be able to get your gun? That should have been locked up and placed into a safe space. 2 is parents know just from teaching inside the school system, when your child's a problem child. You know that. And when it's addressed to parents, and this is one of the issues that they have in schools is that when it's addressed to parents are quick to ready to try to fight and not listen to what's going on. So there had to be situations that have been brought to this parent's attention beforehand. So yeah, they need to be held accountable. Somebody needs to be held accountable.
Okay.
So
I do believe she should be held accountable. 2 years in jail, I really don't agree with it. I'm only going to say this. Right now, that child has done something that has traumatized that child. Now, that child definitely traumatized her family as well. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't have sympathy for the family, but I have sympathy for that child. That child has done something that is going to traumatize that child for a long time. And the mother made a mistake. She was a single mother, if I'm not mistaken. And she was trying to protect her house. She should have been smarter and put the weapon up. But children plunder. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that she shouldn't have hit it better. She should have. But it's not her fault that the child pulled the trigger. Now, she should have some repercussions. She should have had to pay a fine. But it's rough for me because that child is going to need its mother. It's going to need some counseling. It's going to need some love. It's going to need a lot. And to say that she shouldn't be able to be there for a child for that mistake, that's kind of rough. So that's why I say I have mixed emotions. I do feel she should be punished, but she still needs to be there for that child because that child is going to go through a whole lot. It is when you kill somebody, it's a mental, you go through a lot of, I ain't saying I've ever done it, so let me clear the air on that. But when you kill somebody, you go through a lot.
But he didn't kill her.
When you shoot somebody, and it's just what the child did.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, let me say this. She also, it wasn't just that, though. She was sentenced to 2 years in prison for felony child neglect alongside a 21-month federal sentence for illegal gun possession due to drug use. So she also got some time because I think they found weed in her possession.
That's rough.
And so if you can't have a gun if you indulge in marijuana.
Yeah. So let me get a couple of these out before I get too far behind real quick, y'all.
How do y'all feel about that?
Hold on, give me 1 second. So Chanel said respect to deceased, baking with her grandma. That's for that other question. Miss Haiti said Whitney. Denise said leave Whitney alone. Denise also said no contact with the child. But then Denise also says he's going to need his mom. I agree. The teacher didn't die. I think she should have had a hell of a fine, but not taken away from her child, Chanel said. And Denise said the teacher said she's traumatized as well. I totally go with that. Y'all go ahead.
No. I just said,
No, I thought you was about to say something.
Well, let me say something real quick.
No.
Real quick, because you're going to expand on it. Give me.
Not expand on that.
Go ahead.
No, I said, how do you guys feel about the fact that they say that you can't have a medical card and a gun?
I totally disagree.
But people drink and have
that's
weapons.
bullshit. Until they realize that liquor is way more of a problem than marijuana. Liquor was banned for years. Liquor, that's a whole different. We could go into a whole topic about that shit. So, but I totally disagree.
I mean, we can.
I totally disagree because look at the liquor laws.
Yeah.
Go back to the gangster times. The liquor was bootlegging. Yeah. They were shooting shit up for liquor. Liquor's a big issue.
Honestly, the shit is as long if they can tax it, then they don't really give a fuck.
But they tax weed.
Yeah. They can tax weed.
That's my whole point. They can tax it. They don't really give a fuck. Now, as far as, of course, you can't ride around with an open container, all that shit, but you can possess alcohol and still possess a gun.
And see, that's dumb. But go ahead.
You can go shooting and drink.
You can, and that's what people do. They get drunk, and that's when you heighten your emotions and all that. You can possess weed. It's illegal, just like it's illegal to drive after you done drank. People still do it. It's just you don't get caught. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a bunch of motherfuckers out here that they open carry and they smoke hella weed.
You can get your open carry.
You can't get it if you got a card. Yeah, if you got a medical card, you can't get it.
And that's why I said the medical cards was a setup from the jump. Because now you don't even need them. You don't need the medical card now.
Yes, you do.
For what? You don't need a medical card to go in the dispensary no more.
But the thing, no. So you do need a medical card to get certain things from the dispensary.
Like
if you
what?
have a non-medical card, the only thing that you can get from the dispensary is flour or 10 to 20 milligram gummies. That's it.
Well, how you want to get junkie? God damn.
You can't get any shatter. You can't get any RSO. You can't get tinctures. You can't get none of that.
Tinctures and shadows and that's shit. I don't even.
No,
you
can't even get the highest grade of weed from the dispensary.
That's why I can't get with this new age shit. I come from a time where you take your weed, you take an album cover, you break the weed down, you do like this to get the seeds out, and you roll up your reefer and you get high. This shit y'all got going on now, making your heart beat fast, making your highs and lows. They fucking the game up. Y'all can keep this new weed. I can't fuck with it.
No, it helps way better than prescription medicine.
First of all, do you eat fruit with no seeds in it?
My weed has seeds in it. My weed has
The weed y'all smoking out here do not got no seeds in it.
I can show you a bag.
The pack you got now got seeds in it.
No.
The
weed that have seeds in it.
I'm not going to incriminate I'm be quiet.
You don't smoke weed no more, so you're not incriminating yourself.
I'm talking about the weed that I see.
Now, do you,
It
That
don't
your friends
have
got.
seeds.
That your friends
Look.
got.
That people I know got.
That your friends
don't
got.
have seeds.
Yeah, like her.
So that's bullshit.
wait, I'm gonna bring one
You bring one.
because I'm always taking the seeds out and then trying to grow them.
That's right. I don't want. Lisa, hold on. We got a comment from Lisa. Lisa says, I think once weed is legal on a federal level, it probably won't matter at that point. Denise, I'm with you. She said, I don't want it. Now, what to go off what Sharp was saying, you let people have a gun and a gun license and they get drunk. Weed does not alter your mind like liquor does.
Yeah.
But see, the masses that make the laws, they're junkies on a whole nother level. They're sniffing coke. They're doing meth. They're doing all that. And these are the people making the laws. But since they know the people, talking about us, since they know we love the weed, it's all about making it harder for us. You see what I'm saying? But
Honestly, I want to say, I think that when you say to people, yeah, they know we do love weed, but that side loves weed just
they
as much
do,
as-
but
if
it
not
ain't
more.
affecting them. It don't affect them. Them laws,
Yeah.
they make
As
the
far
laws
as-
not to affect them
Yeah.
a certain way. Because they know how to get around that shit. You see what I'm saying?
As soon as we learn how to get around that shit like they do, they switch up the laws.
There you go.
Like, for instance, I'm going to give you an example. So, okay, we turn to Chopping It Up. Chopping It Up Radio is going to be up under a business, Chopping It Up Entertainment. And I'm about to get the LLC. Now, everybody was getting LLCs to try to get the smart ones to get the tax breaks. Now they done changed the laws with the LLC to where you got to provide all this specific information as soon as you get your LLC. And if you don't do it within that set time, you get heavily fined.
Fuck them.
But it's not
Heavily
just to get a
fined.
tax. You don't just do LLCs just not to get a tax break as well. People do LLCs because then if someone tries to sue the business, they can only sue the business and not you, the person.
Right. I never used my LLC for taxes.
Let me say
I
this.
have an LLC. I never used it for a tax break.
But a lot of you've seen a lot of people posting shit on TikTok, on social media, period, about the tax breaks and how to do the tax breaks. And then you had a lot of people just getting LLCs just to get them shits. And when that started getting popular, that's when they switched shit up. It's like, oh shit, they learning our secrets. We gotta stop this shit. They learning our secrets.
For sure.
So that's why I say, you know what I'm saying? You can use it to get them tax breaks. And I think some people that knew, and they was doing it.
For sure.
And that's why. And also, would you say that PPP loan shit can have an effect or had an effect on it too?
Probably. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to jump on the PPP. And by the time I got hip to it, it was already over with because I would have been right up in jail with Pretty Ricky.
No,
What
I'm
was the
mad
one?
because some
What
people
was the
that have
one?
a business owner, I couldn't get it, and all
Pretty
these
Ricky.
other people.
Pretty Ricky got it 3 times, didn't he? Which one
Pretty
was
Ricky?
it? The one from Pretty Ricky. Y'all help me out.
What's his name? I
Oh,
don't
he's
know- I
actually
don't
in
know
jail
which one.
about it.
He went to jail for and he
lot
didn't
of
have to pay the money back. He kept the Lambos and all that. What's Pretty Ricky's name? I know you don't know, but
I don't know their names.
come
of
on,
all,
y'all.
that
Which
was after
one?
my time.
Come on, y'all, help me out. Which one of Pretty Ricky went to jail? He was on Love and Hip Hop. But go ahead, Sharp. What you got? What else you
What
got?
else you got?
All right, so we're gonna make this one quick. So Jonathan Majors has been fired from Marvel following guilty verdict. So we all know that the actor Jonathan Majors, known for his role as Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, faced allegations that led to his arrest in March. Despite initial reactions from his manager and publicist, Marvel Studios and Disney remained silent on the matter. Recently, Majors was found guilty of a third-degree assault and second-degree harassment charge in New York City due to domestic violence. Now, we was talking about that situation yesterday, and I kind of wanted to go into a whole like a double standard type thing. I think that if he was white, I don't think he would have got that charge.
I don't think that's true.
Go ahead.
Not to cut you off. I don't think that's true because even when the whole situation with Johnny Depp, and she accused him of domestic violence and everything else. He got dropped from Pirates of the Caribbean, and he lost a lot of money too. So it's more of not more of like the Me Too movement as well. Like women can go ahead and say, "Oh, he did this or he did that." So I mean, some of it is true, some of it is not. But then you're still charged by, like, no matter if you did it or not. They're going to say you did it because they found out that Johnny Depp didn't do it. Because remember, he even sued her and won. But you can't take back once your name has been just like tarnished in the mud. But I don't think it's a black or white thing. It's a man and woman thing.
I'm more so speaking of the charges. Now, I agree with you as far as being dropped, because as soon as the companies get wind that you in any type of trouble, they gonna drop your ass because they don't want that bad publicity, bad rap, whatever. But as far as him getting found guilty, I think if he was white, he wouldn't have got found guilty.
It's two things you don't fuck with. That's the LGBTQ community.
Can I say it, please?
What?
And a white woman.
No, a woman. Period. Because when women
especially a white woman.
Yeah, but when the women come together, that women empowerment shit, that shit is stronger than Peter. You understand me? That shit's stronger than Peter, and Peter's a strong motherfucker.
But
for real, I'm serious. You remember they used to throw the motherfucking, you come outside with a mink on and they throw motherfucking paint on your mink. That's just like you fuck with these women nowadays, and once you get the label of a woman beater, your career is fucked. Is this the guy from Creed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But he has a
but
history
not
of
only
actually
him.
doing that.
Not only him. They doing it to him. The one that played Eazy-E.
Oh yeah, he got Me Too.
They doing it to him. And then it's another one. The one that played in he played Nat Turner in the Turner movie. Them
Vin
three.
Diesel it just came out that Vin Diesel had assault charges or something against him from.
So that's what I mean.
his assistant.
When you put your hands on a woman and it go public, that's your ass. I don't care if you're black, white, Chinese, whatever.
But I'm still gonna stick to it's worse if you dealing with a white woman. Y'all better leave these white women alone.
Yeah.
Brothers.
No, just keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say leave the white
just
women
keep
alone.
your hands
because,
to yourself, period.
Because listen, I'm to the point, and I'm be honest with you. I'm to the point now where we are in a time that we're in. It's not gonna change. You're gonna have white, black issues, all that. But I'm to the point now. Love who you want to love, man. Be who you want to be. Be with who you want to be with. I don't care if you want to be with a white woman, black woman, Chinese woman, whatever. Be with who you want to be with. Just do them right, man. Treat them right.
Exactly.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's cool to beat on women, period.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But my thing is, if he's had issues, what's done in the dark comes to light eventually.
Yeah.
And he's had issues of putting his hands on people and has his hands on women, and it wasn't going through. So this time it happened that you wasn't the aggressor, but this is just karma's a bitch.
But I'm gonna tell you what I don't like. It's just as many women beating on men, and it's not being publicized. Brett Favre was domestically abused. You remember the movie Any Given Sunday?
Yeah.
You remember that movie? You remember how the quarterback's wife was whooping his ass? You know that was tailored to Brett Favre, right? You didn't know that?
No.
Look it up. Men Cry in the Dark is some real shit.
That was my book,
Now,
bruh.
me personally, beat me. It doesn't bother me. Let me know you love me. Smack me around a little bit. Tell me to shut up, go in the room, do all that. Don't do it in public. But if we get home and I've been acting up, yeah, and Chanel, because I like to talk shit. I'm a fun guy. But sometimes when we get home or on the ride home, I already look at her, over at her, and I see it in her eyes. I'm like, I'm gonna get beat tonight.
And you smile.
I smile for a little while, but sometimes the beatings it get hard. It get intense. Like if she get too mad, she don't know when to stop beating on me. And my kids be hearing it in the room, and they hear the screaming, and they probably thinking that I'm beating on her, but it's her beating on me. Shit get wicked. But it happens. Some women are abusive.
I think that from all the shit that I've seen, I don't know what went on in their bedroom, but all the shit that I've seen, it looks like she was the aggressor in that shit.
And what?
Now, I'm not going to say he didn't give her a good smack here every now and then. He might have. But it looks like she just liked to fight his ass.
Yeah,
they got video of him
Oh.
chasing and all that shit. Like the
Did he take a phone? Did he take something? Because she
he
was
took her phone or some shit like that.
But he really had some stuff in there. That
Like my man said, on Color Purple, beat her, beat her,
Sometimes
Whatever.
you just gotta beat her.
beat her.
No, because no.
Come on, Sharp. Where we at with it?
Shit. So we are at in your segment, my brother.
Buddha speaks. Let's go. It's Buddha speaks. Let's go. It's Buddha speaks.
Yo.
Let's go.
All right, there it is. So today, I want to touch back. I want to go back to something that all of us get all revved up about. I want to talk real quick about my man, my brother, who I support, Mr. Kanye West. I'm tired of y'all Negroes shucking and jiving, acting like Kanye is this fucking lunatic when he speaks like a genius, but y'all not using y'all third eye to listen to this man.
He is a genius. I like Kanye.
So recently, Kanye just had a rant in a room full of white people, Jews and blacks, and he did not take back not one thing he said about the Jews, and he stressed to our black people, we are billionaires. We are millionaires. Why are we still depending on their resources? And when he asked that question, could not one person answer it. Kanye is trying to tell us, we are living amongst black millionaires and billionaires, but yet we're still waiting. He sat there and said, they took away Adidas. Them Yeezys still gonna sell. They took away Balenciaga. His shit still gonna sell. You see what I'm saying? They took all his name off of all this shit, but what he created is still there, and it's still just as strong. So what he's saying is, and I get it, Virgil dead. Y'all know who Virgil is, right? You know who Virgil is?
No, I ain't gonna lie.
Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
Louis Vuitton. Virgil is dead. That new Louis shit you see now, that's designed by a black person. But let that same black person that's designing that Louis come with his own shit, it's not going to hold no value. But this is what Kanye is talking about. Stop depending on their resources and build our own brands, man. And we got to stop doing it. And the problem what it is they done had us since back in the day. You used to take a black person into an electronics store. I mean, not an electronics store, an appliance store. They're going to look at Kenmore. They're going to look at Whirlpool. But let's say you got a black junk called Hemley. And Hemley can be just as good as Kenmore and Whirlpool.
Good name.
But I know, don't steal it.
I had to say that. I like that.
Don't steal it.
I like that.
But,
Sorry.
But that black person going to look at Hemley and be like, what the fuck is a Hemley? And the salesperson going to say, oh, Hemley, this is a new black owner. He's new design. It's technology. It uses graphite, and it uses the same steel that Whirlpool and all that use. And they're going to say, give me the Kenmore or the Whirlpool.
But it'd be better. It'd end up that big. All them appliances that's in there anyway that we buy, most of that shit was invented by us.
It is, but yet and still, it's the name. So I just wanted to give I just wanted to touch bases on stop playing and downplaying Kanye. If you don't, it's his delivery. Just like Charleston White. That's another brother. I want to talk about him for 2 seconds and then I'm done.
No, go ahead.
Charleston
Go
White.
into this.
Charleston White is another brother. He has the best interests in our community and in our people, but his delivery is fucked up. His delivery is fucked up because Charleston gonna say, fuck them niggas, fuck them gangbangers, call the police on them. He talk like that. And there's so many of us, we like, man, what is you saying, Charleston? But he's speaking real shit. He like, you kill a baby, I'm calling the police on your bitch ass. That's the way he bring it. He said, fuck Nipsey Hussle, fuck King Von. It's fucked up that he said it. But then he brought reason behind it. And everybody ain't going to like your delivery. Everybody ain't going to agree with you. But when a motherfucker speak the truth, you got to respect the truth. And that's the thing. People claim they want the truth and want you to keep it real, but they don't. They really don't because they can't handle that shit.
His delivery was kind of straightforward and out there. I'm going to say this, to be honest with you. like you said, in both interviews, or with the rant, with the interview that got him in trouble, all that shit. To be totally honest, and this is my opinion.
Who we talking about?
We talking about Kanye.
Okay,
on this one.
Yeah,
Kanye
yeah.
on this one.
Yeah.
In my opinion, to be quite honest, he said nothing wrong.
He never has really said nothing
He said
wrong.
nothing wrong.
The fact that he supports Trump, and y'all niggas better hear me, it's more black people supporting Trump than you think. They just ain't got the balls to say it. Because a lot of people respect that Trump say, fuck you if you ain't got no money. Trump don't care if you black. Long as you got some money, he don't give a fuck. A lot of people don't respect that. But again, why people say we not gonna fuck with Kanye for what? What's your real reason?
Because
There
they
is no
scared that they gonna get canceled, and because everybody else getting canceled.
I'm
That's
talking
what it
about
is.
our people. I'm talking
Yeah,
about us
even-
regular us.
I mean, like I said, he said nothing wrong in my eyes.
My thing is though, everybody says that, but there's nothing that changes. It's like we're so quick to support a lot of these white businesses, but you want to ask your black businesses for a discount.
Not
Oh,
only
Don't
that.
do that.
Yeah.
Like you pay,
Yeah.
you go out, you spend your money, you do everything else, and then you way harder on these black businesses than you ever are for these like white establishments. You let these Asian people talk to them any type of way.
Any type of way.
And you still will patronize them, and we need to come together as a people. And one of my things, I say one of the biggest things that hurt us is segregation, because the black dollar was going back into the community, whereas now I think maybe out of $100, $1 of that goes back into the black community.
Now,
What?
oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm like, we need to come together as a people. We need to bind together as a people again.
But they put the things in place to separate us.
That's an excuse. I feel like they have done it, but now that we know, then we need to change the narrative. We need to change things and say moving forward, we're not going to accept that. We're going to buy into our people, and we're going to keep that. Like,
What-
you can't keep making excuses for what people did in the past and not change it.
What can we do to get everybody on that same page? Because everybody's not on that same page, and it's going to take a lot. And I still say that they still dividing us through the music, through all the other shit, and everybody says that. But as far as like, okay, when we like you said, I want to pull up the example that you said. Let's look at I have so many different towns, but the number one that we all know of is Tulsa, right? Black Wall Street, thriving black town, and they figured, okay, they gonna rise and fuck us up, so we gotta destroy this shit. Every single all black town that was thriving, because there was so many, some shit had to happen. There was one in Florida where they said the Tulsa was the lady in the elevator. There was one in, you got Rosewood, which was the rape of the white woman. Then there was another one in Florida. I can't remember what the excuse was for them to come in and tear the town down, but they did that shit.
My thing is, you're still talking about things from the past, and we've shown with George Floyd that we're not putting up with that shit no more. So you can't say, oh, this happened in the past. Of course, yes, it did. And do we deserve to get our reparations from that? Of course. But moving forward, let's build and bind together. They can't come into our community and do everything or do whatever without social media, without it being on the news, without us binding together.
But they gotta
as
go
a
deeper
people.
than that. See, that's the problem. We are
Go.
still letting that shit happen.
Exactly.
Yeah,
See,
that's the thing.
ain't a racist pig been killed yet. Ain't a racist and I'm sorry, it ain't happened yet. These same racist cops is still running around doing what they want to do in our community. We ain't fought back yet.
There's been
And-
some.
and-
That's what we need.
Where?
It was in California at the
I ain't heard of a pig getting his wig pushed
Yeah,
back yet.
In Texas,
Yeah,
it was like
yeah.
it was like 3 cops got shot in Texas.
Yeah.
Well,
It happened.
I ain't for the violence, but let's.
But my thing, I'm saying this, like, okay, so the only way it's got to start with us, but then it has to continue with the youth. We got to get the youth to come to the same page with this, right? how can we get the youth?
By our actions.
I don't think it can happen.
Yeah, it can.
We too divided. I mean, no, it can. It's a possibility, but it's slim because we too divided.
But that's the thing is stop saying we're too divided and say let's come together. Together. I'm pulling you up, you pulling me up. Let's come together. I remember there was a post that pissed me off that somebody had posted a long time ago about the guy found out that he had like a 13-year-old kid and was married. And would you're married, your husband found out he had a 13-year-old kid or whatever, and you would take him in. And a lot of women was like, I don't know about that, or like, we gotta think about that. And I'm like, when the fuck did we become this selfish as a people? Like our grandparents and our aunts and great grandparents raised kids that were not theirs.
Okay,
like,
took everybody in.
So remember this statement that you saying.
Yes.
You remember that, and you said something else a couple of minutes ago that I want you to remember. You said about how we know what used to be and we got to get past that and go with the new time. Remember you said that too, because all that's going to tie into once we get in our topics.
Correct.
Yeah. I think the social media, the music, everything is keeping us divided, in my opinion. Okay, let me ask y'all this thing. Excuse me. What do you feel has us divided right now?
That's part of the topics. That's part of our topic for tonight. So,
so you want to go? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go into it then. Go into it.
You just asked the question. What has us divided right now?
I meant as a people. You about to go into something different.
Okay.
As a people. Then we'll go into that. But as a people, what do you feel as though has us divided?
Selfishness, greed, pride,
and wanting to just be. I'm gonna say also fit in, because like I got a nephew, right? I went out and my nephew was like, I got on this and that and that. And I can't even remember the names he was saying because I don't wear that shit. But I got on this. I got Balenciaga. I got this. I got G-Star. I got all this. You got on Nike. I'm saying to myself, but your parents bought all that shit. You ain't got no job. And then you making these folks rich.
But he's a kid. We was doing that when we was kids. It was just a different name brand.
No, I'm sorry. No, he's not a kid. He's 22.
I still consider.
Well, if the parents are still doing it for him,
I still consider that.
They're hindering him. They're enabling him. So I can't blame him still.
But the mindset, we got to change that mindset.
Yes. They're giving him that mindset. So you got to blame the parent.
Partially. But
I'm not buying my 20-nothing-year-old.
You grown.
That shit. You get your ass a job.
I'm not buying that shit either.
I'm
not buying it.
Man, listen, I'm a whole different breed with mine, y'all. I'm like, my kids they got their own mind frame right now, and I pray with God and through me and my wife's parenting that they continue on the path that they're on. But my kids is different, and I'm so proud of that shit, dog. My kids like. You know what excites my kids?
What?
Going to the fucking bookstore.
That's Zaria. Zaria was like that.
And they're 16, about to be 17 and 14. And they like going to the bookstore. That is like one of the biggest flexes in the world for me to say. They want to read books. They don't listen. If you ask my son, look, a teenager was listening to rap. Over the weekend, my sons, they had a little get together with the Hunters. Shout out to the Hunters, man. She did a wonderful thing with the children for the weekend. She did a thing with the kids, building Christmas things, and did the Santa giveaway. And shout out to them, man. That shit was real slick. But they were there, and one of the teens there was listening to something, and he said, "Man, I'm listening to that Rod Wave." And my kids was like, "Who's that? Who's that?" And the teenager was like, "What? You don't know who Rod Wave is?" And my kid's like, nigga, we don't listen to, they don't listen to that shit. Mm-hmm. And they're just different. So when you got parents, believe it or not, you got parents that force their kids to be like how they were. Man, you need to listen to this, or you need to go watch this movie. And my kids ain't on none of that shit. You gotta let them be who they are and let them build their own legacy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
My kids are are into all that shit. You know, my son wants to be a rapper or whatever. But they work, they're not outside.
Right.
They're not outside at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing that I'm so happy about. They not outside.
Right.
They straight handling business.
Right.
Fuck outside. They
Yeah,
ain't worried
I mean,
about
you know,
that shit. Now my
that's the
son,
thing.
he wants to be a rapper, and I'm encouraging him to do his thing.
But even though he wants to be a rapper, he's not a drill. He doesn't do drill and all that wild shit and gangster shit.
Totally different.
He's really on some. Now he is on kind of like some depressive shit. I give him that. He is a little depressive, but it's good music.
Is it conscious rap?
It's a raw wave type thing.
I'm gonna tell you exactly
Who's
what it
Broadway?
is. It's oh shit.
Listen.
Started from the bottom. Now we back to
I
the
don't
top.
know his music, but I know he's a
It's-
heavy set guy. He's a
One of
real
the way,
sad.
I can't start
He's
from
a
the bottom.
sad rapper.
I
Turn the
don't-
bottom to the top. Instead of the way, the shit that got him popular was the he's from LA. Was somebody in the comments tell me the song that got him popular?
Don't know adults know raw wave music. We really don't.
But they play it on the radio all the time.
I don't
Listen
know
to
what's
the
happening.
But it
radio.
started from the bottom. Now we up to the top. Some like he went away.
He's depressing.
I
He's
feel
a
like half of
depressive
the
guy.
stuff
But
in
he's-
this music you can't
I
understand.
want to kill my mom.
But
I'm gonna stab my dad.
But hold up, your man worked with one of his favorite artists though.
Who?
His favorite artist is they both passed, but Triple X
Extension.
Extension.
Depressed.
And yeah, and what's the other guy?
Poppin' Perks.
Triple X got murdered through a robbery. The other guy overdosed.
Yeah.
Because he took a whole bunch of pills
yeah.
on his
So,
plane because the
yeah.
police was out there.
I don't want my kids on that shit.
I can't remember his name.
So he killed himself, basically.
Yeah, he basically.
But no, this music is
he
ridiculous.
didn't mean to, but yeah,
But it's cool though.
yeah.
What topics
go
you
ahead.
got, bro?
No. Go ahead. So go ahead to the extension of what we were just talking about.
Oh, okay. So the topic that I want to start off with, y'all, and really, this is real important. Seriously. So all of 2023, it seemed like the biggest topic for all these podcasts, for social media, every time somebody posts something, it's man versus woman.
I just want to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
The perfect. Why are we so divided as opposite sex? Go ahead.
That's why. If you ask why we're so divided as opposite sex, it's because the narrative for this year and for the last couple years has been, I'm not seeing posts like the beautiful black woman that helps me raise my kids and a picture of a woman with a fist up. And then you're not seeing them posts. You saying why women don't cook. Why man don't do this? Why women don't do this? It's like it's a competition. And I think that shit is fucking weak. I'm not in competition with my woman. I'm here to pour into my woman.
Say one thing. Why you buy your kids McDonald's and you ain't bought none of my other kids?
Yeah, I mean,
I had to bring that up because that was like extremely popular this year.
But the main popular ones is you see a post saying, I don't want to marry a woman that wants to be a wife, not just to say she's a wife, or marry a man that shut the fuck up and marry what makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? And stop people are trying to make up shit. We are living in a time, let's live in reality. Let's be real about it. I need my woman need me. But you always gonna have that woman or that man. I don't need no man. I don't need no woman. Come on now. Cut it out. God made us to be together. He made us two for companionship, not just to reproduce, but for companionship. Man was made for woman. Woman was made for man. But all these men and women want to be in competition. I'm not in competition with you. And stop normalizing playing house. Women are accepting the bullshit that the men bring. Now, I'm not that guy. I'm always fair. Men ain't right 100%. Women ain't right 100%. There's some fucked up men out here. But guess what? Y'all women accepting it. Y'all women living with these men for 7-8 years and saying, I don't want to be married. I don't want this. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Because at the end of the day, come on, man. That's what I want to talk about. Why are we in competition with each other?
So I would say there is a small percentage that they just got that agreement. They don't want to get married. But I totally agree with everything you said. And to answer Tia's question, there was a post that went viral, and it was so many different memes and all that shit where a dude had his kid and he bought him McDonald's, and his baby mama had like 4 or 5 other kids, and he ain't buy them shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's wrong.
And so yeah, that's what the hoopla.
That was fake though. That turned out to be fake. That turned out to be fake.
But that shit went viral this year. And then like you said, it's just so many posts about how they just trying to turn us against. Honestly, I feel like they trying to turn us against each other.
Like, who is making these memes?
But then it's like, when y'all look at in your timeline, that's all you're seeing because that's what you're posting? Because when I go on my timeline for stuff, I see women encouraging black men. I see people trying to live together as, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do see the riffraff of people, going back and forth. But then I also feel like today's women understand like the plight of black men. And we've learned to try to like give grace. I'm not saying everybody has, but we've learned how to give grace to some of the things that you guys have gone through in your past. But also, it's like you guys have to learn to as well. And we need to learn how to effectively communicate with people, because I feel like we talk to, or we listen to respond, but we don't listen to understand each other. And I think that's a huge issue amongst us.
I got something to say on that. So why is it always that y'all give us grace? We give y'all grace too.
Not all the time.
I'm going to say a lot of times, because you look at a lot of things going on now, you got a lot of the women who just, we've talked about this in the past, the women who, you taking me to what's this place for dinner? You taking me to the Cheesecake Factory? That's not good enough and all that shit. Like, really, come on, man. Like,
but you're taking the ones who want to show stuff on social media to get likes and things like that, compared to like the average woman. You know what I'm saying?
How about this? And it's double-sided with that. That whole Cheesecake Factory, all that's bullshit. Because how about you take the woman, how about you ask the woman where she want to go?
Exactly.
How about you not just say, I'm taking you here? Ask her where she want to go. And if she's undecided, then you lead the way. Or if you want to surprise her or whatever. I mean, it's too much bullshit, man. We are not here to be in competition with one another. So I'm going to go to this.
Go ahead.
Chanel said, I don't have outside kids. Miss Hunter said, preach. Ebony said, why does it have to be a time limit being with someone when getting married? Miss Hunter said, our people are hurting and miserable. Hurt people. Misery loves company. Fuck yeah. So, Ebony, I can't say what your time limit is. It doesn't have to be anything. You can settle for whatever you choose to settle for. You don't have to have a time limit.
Why do you feel like people, when you say playing house, is women accepting something? What if they, say for instance, I've been married before.
Right.
I may not want to get married again.
That you have
But I do want to have a companion. So that I don't feel like that's playing house. I feel like we are adults. So we come to an agreement that, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're not setting certain stipulations on that. And it's not, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm not saying it is, but understand this. So let's say this. You and this man live together. Y'all not married. You don't want to get married. You don't want to marry him. Right? Y'all just want to live together. So let's say y'all grow old together. And this man is got money. He made a nice life for himself. And when he die,
it's something called a will.
I didn't even ask you that part, because guess what? He don't have to put you in that will, because you're not his wife.
He doesn't.
So understand. Hold on. Don't short yourself, because that's what you're gonna do in the long run. Ain't none of us getting no younger. Now, if you want to be with somebody and y'all just want to lay up and shack up, you have the right to do that. But don't expect everything that comes with a marriage with it. So if you don't want to marry that man, y'all can live together and all that.
No.
But don't think you got the right to question him and treat him like you his wife.
But you do know that you don't have to put your wife in your will either.
You don't have to put her in it, but she automatically gets that shit.
That's not true. Because
that is very true.
No, that's not true, because a will can top anything, because that is a legal binding.
Yeah, well, guess what? Then you married a fucked up nigga. So now you're talking, you've married the wrong nigga, because I'm not gonna write a will saying my wife don't get shit.
But then
so
even
that's
still, if you
beyond smart.
But then even still, if you guys have lived together and you're in a commitment together, then clearly, because if I'm living with somebody, we've already had financial talks. If you say that, okay, you want to get married, and I say that's not something that I want to do.
That's fine.
I've been there. That's not something I want to do. So therefore, I'm giving you the choice of whatever.
So what do you want from him when you don't want to marry him? What do you want? This is what I'm trying to get y'all women to understand. That claim y'all don't want husbands. What do you want from him? Do you just want dick in your house?
We can still live as a companion. We can still live. We can grow together. We can still build together.
I'm not asking you that. Together. I asked you what you want from him.
That is what I want. I want a mate.
You want a mate?
I want a companion.
Do you read the Bible?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you again.
Yes.
Because you just said you want a mate.
Yes.
What kind of mate do you want? You want a helpmate?
Yes.
That needs to be your husband. You just said you read the Bible.
I'm just saying, everybody does not feel like they need to be married.
So if not, then don't. If y'all just playing house, because we're going to call it what it is. It's playing house and shacking up. If you're doing that, how can you put stipulations on what that man does outside when he's not with you?
Because if you guys have an agreement, you've had conversations, you have an agreement, and you agree to do whatever you have.
So you want to understand them without the marriage.
Hey.
That shit's weird. No matter how you say it.
That's
so
not.
You want hold up. So you want him to fuck only you. You want him to help you. You want him to give you money, help you out, take care of you, but you don't want to marry him.
I mean, I want to marry him.
Yeah. And I mean, you have the right to that. Don't think I'm knocking it, because I don't want y'all thinking that. I'm not knocking it. But if you want all of that from a man that you don't want to marry, you're delusional.
That's not delusional, because sometimes people do that for financial reasons as well.
What?
So let's say, for instance, they don't get married for certain financial reasons. Say, for instance, I have a thriving business. You have child support issues. I'm not going to marry you, because then your child support issues become my child support issues. And that means she can add that money, my money, to your money. Guess what? We're going to go have an agreement. We can live together.
Yeah,
we can
that means
whatever.
You ain't down. That means basically, and I'm going to just keep it a stack with you. That means that you ain't willing to go through the fire with that man.
That's not saying
so just
that.
don't marry him at all.
I'm not willing to share my money, my hard-earned money. I'm not willing to share. I would do whatever.
Child support.
I'm not willing to. That's not my kid.
That's another reason why you don't need to be married. Because if I'm not gonna marry no woman and not look at their kid as mine, so I get where you coming from. I'm gonna help this kid and everything else, but I don't feel like my hard-earned money from my company should be added to the pot for somebody because they want to up their child support. What if I have a booming multi-million-dollar business? I'm not going to, and then she decides that she wants to go to court and everything else to up it because now you see that we're married. No, you're not doing that. So let me ask you real quick, and then I'm gonna go. So how do you feel as a grown ass woman? Like when you get like 50 or 60, and when y'all show up at the family function, oh, this is my boyfriend. And you damn near 60-something years old. And you done been with this man. What you gonna say?
I say this is my friend. This is my friend.
Really? Now.
Yeah, that's just weird, Zooey. I'm gonna keep it sad. It sounds crazy.
Well, who's to say I've got to show up with anybody?
No, when you've been with somebody for so many years, if marriage isn't the goal, why waste your time? That's all I'm saying.
If I've been married before,
You've been
and I
married,
decided
so
I
you
don't
coming
wanna
from
go
a
through
place
that
where you don't
thread
want to.
again.
See, you're hurt.
So
You ain't over it.
I am
I'm
over it.
I'm about to analyze you real quick. Any person that say they don't want to get married again, they had a fucked up marriage and they don't want to go through it again.
No.
Come on, let's keep it a buck.
No.
Why
Let me
don't
tell
you want to talk to me? Sit on the couch and tell the truth.
I
Because
don't have the time, actually.
Oh, okay.
I really, no.
Okay.
I feel like there's a lot of things that you need to dedicate towards being married, and I don't have the time, and I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience.
No, and I get it. So Kay said, because I'm not jumping on your sister, okay? Because she said everybody doesn't want to get married with exclamation marks. That's bullshit. Don't nobody want to die alone, old. Nobody that help you
don't
wipe
have to
your
die
ass.
alone. You can have a partner that still helps you wipe your ass, and
Yeah,
y'all
that's
been
just
together
dumb.
for like 50 years.
That's just dumb. Well, look, I don't expect no woman to take care of me because men, we need to be taken care of. Okay, I don't expect no woman to go above and beyond and to take care of me and treat me like a king if I'm not willing to place that ring on her finger and make them vows and be faithful to them vows.
But who's to say? He could have proposed multiple times, and if I say no, I don't want to get married.
Yeah,
but you're
he
still
need to
willing
move the fuck on because he want a wife, so he need to go get a wife.
Now, I'm going to say with the whole child support thing, I kind of agree with Tio on that one. Me personally, I pay child support. And thank
Your
goodness.
wife won't help you pay your child support if you get behind?
If I got behind, my wife would help
All
me
right,
pay
then.
it.
So
But
we ain't
hold
even
up,
got to
but-
get into
but
that.
Let me
That's
hold
bullshit.
on.
That's
Let me
different
finish.
if you
Go
get
ahead.
behind.
Go ahead.
But if I wouldn't have got married if I knew that my daughter's mother was going to take me to court to try to get her money as well. Because that I don't think that's fair to her.
Do you think that was your? Do you? Now wait a minute, because I'm about to get in your ass. Because you shouldn't even have
Go
said
ahead.
no wild shit like that. Do you think your baby mother's intentions was to take your wife to court to take her money,
Some people
or was
do,
her? Hold
yes.
on, because first of all, child support, motherfucker, you shouldn't even be behind. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I ain't no fake nigga. Men that don't come to me as a man crying about child support. First of all. Because if you do what you supposed to do, child support ain't even gonna be an issue. Now you do have vindictive women. You do have vindictive women that will just do it just because. But if you put me on child support, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pay that fucking child support.
So let me say something, because I have a friend that had a situation.
Go ahead.
The kid is 4 years old. He's been taking care of helping with this kid for the 4 years. For the 4 years that this kid has been alive. The mom went. When the baby was first born, like, she put the stuff for child support, right? It never went to the courts until recently. And then because he did not have all the receipts from everything that he did from the 4 years, they asked the mom, do you want to start as of today, or do you want to backdate it from when you initially filed the thing when the baby was born? And so she said, I want to backdate it from when the file was born. So
Whose fault was that?
How's that his fault?
Because he should have kept the fucking receipts.
Who
Listen,
keeps
let's
receipts
hold
for
yourself
everything.
accountable. If I know, that's the rule number one. Every man know that. If you not on child support and you and your baby mother not together, what do, fellas? Keep the fucking receipts. That's rule number one.
So
Now-
you keep
We
receipts
know
for
that.
everything.
Keep every fucking receipt. Keep
now-
everyone.
now,
So
if
that
you-
was his fault.
Now, if you could have a decent relationship in the beginning and you feel as though you don't need to, you know what I'm saying? And then once something happens and that woman gets vindictive and puts you on child support, then you screwed. Yeah, you should keep receipts, but my situation, everything was good, everything was cool. Then when I got married, it was like, oh, I got taken for child support.
Okay.
Now, it was just me. Again, if I had the notion that my wife would have been put on, she would have went after my wife's shit, I probably wouldn't have got married, because that's our responsibility because it is my child. But at the same time, that's going to take a huge chunk from the household, and she's going to most likely she's going to benefit more than the child, depending on how the person is. Now, if they going like that and they that greedy, then 9 times out of 10 it's benefiting the person. You know what I'm saying? But if not, then nah. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have got married. But I'm glad I have the type of wife that I have because, you know, she is down 100%.
So my thing is this, and I know a lot of men can be mad at me. I really don't give a fuck. First of all, child support, if you on it, first of all, you out here fucking, you making these kids, you know what you doing. Like, I can see if it's one kid, but most niggas that's on child support got a rack of fucking kids by different women or just a rack of kids, period. And yes, a woman needs support. You need to take care of them fucking kids. So I have no sympathy for a motherfucker on child support.
My thing is this, because I go both ways with that. Yes, someone does need to support and provide.
All right, we
correct.
Got
yes.
I know who it is, but
We in the topic now though, so make sure you stay on.
Yo, what's going on? You on Chopping It Up Radio?
Hello.
Yo, can you hear me?
Hit your button. Make sure you got it.
Yeah, it's up. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. All right, you might have to call back.
So this ties back into how the men and women are being divided. This is how we are being divided. Brothers, take accountability. Women, take accountability.
All right.
Give me 1 second. Let me make sure that it's still connected. Yeah, we still connected. Go ahead, caller. Can you hear us?
Well, while you trying to figure that out, Ms. Hunter said that's his fault for not keeping good records. Ms. Hunter said you have to protect yourself for present and future. I read your sister when she said everybody doesn't want to get married. Ms. Hunter said if you're not married, you're single. Therefore, don't expect a single person to act married. That I can't say it no clearer than that. I can't say it. You know, most of our people don't have life insurance, let alone a will.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Now I was gonna say to the will thing. Yeah, if you're married and you don't have a will, then yeah, everything will go to your wife or your husband. But if it comes down to the will, you literally can write a motherfucker out of that shit. Now, if you're not married, it's gonna go to your kids.
Your will trumps everything.
I'm gonna keep that shit a stack. If you're a woman and you really don't want to be married and have a husband, I respect that. But I just don't believe a lot of these women screaming they don't want to be a husband. They don't want to be a wife. They just want to live with a nigga. That's so dumb. You just want to live with a man?
So I'm not saying I just want, because I don't want to live with nobody.
Like, I can respect that.
You got your place, I'm in my place, and we just are companions.
I can respect that.
But I don't think that, like, I don't know, to each his own. I say that. Like, some people like the companionship of coming home to someone every day. I just want a companion. I don't want to live with you.
What do you?
But
so you just want a fuck buddy and somebody you can count on to be a good companion.
Correct.
Fuck me good and then go home. I'll call you when I want you to come. And you know why you want that? What? Because you've been married and you don't want to deal with it no more. Now I can take this from a woman that's been married and all that, but I don't know. I mean, shit. It is what it is.
What do you feel about married couples that sleep in separate rooms?
That's bullshit.
No, I don't like that.
That's bullshit.
I knew a couple that did. They were older.
I know old people that did it. Yeah, my grandfather did it.
But is it because they snore, or is it just because we don't want to be bothered? You know, man, I think that's different.
I ain't with that shit. Listen, I snore like a motherfucker. If you really love somebody, you love shit about them that you can't deal with normally.
I'm like, look, I got to go to sleep first because you're snoring.
And that's how you do it. You go to sleep first. Fuck it.
But if you can't go to sleep first,
you fuck it.
You just fuck.
Sometimes you go to the other room, so I can understand.
But like commitment, like okay, so Miss Hunter asks, so you don't want commitment?
For me?
Yeah.
I do. I just don't want to live with nobody.
You want commitment? You want commitment without marriage?
Yep.
Do you think that's fair?
Know. I'm not saying
do you think you deserve that?
Let me say this. At this present moment in my life, Now, who's to say that I may meet somebody that will knock my socks off?
Right,
You know,
right.
eventually and make me change my mind. But
Yeah.
at this present moment in my life,
Yeah.
I don't want to be married.
Definitely
Like
respect that.
I feel like this is my time to be selfish to myself. Like I have my kid, she's older, now it's time for me. I don't want to be
Sis said, Kay said, nah, bump that. I'm a light sleeper. Let me have my own room. See you in the morning. So no, but I get it. I mean, you know, the fact that you've been married before, I think that plays a big part of it. Because I always say to myself, I'm one and done. I say that all the time. I'm one and done. Now, how would you feel if, now this is the question. How would you feel as a woman if you had a man that was married before and you weren't married and he isn't marrying you after years of being with you and you want to be married?
Then you need to go. I give everybody an opportunity. I give you a choice.
Or a woman, fellas, how would y'all feel if, like, Miss Zudi, y'all ran across Miss Zudi, fellas, and you're dating her, you never been married, she been married, but you want to be married. How would you feel?
Now, if I ran across a woman that didn't want to be married and I wanted to be married, then you wasted my time. It's time to go. You wasted my time because you're not going to eventually give me what I want.
But is it wasting your time if she told you already from the beginning? She told you from the beginning. Stop trying to think that she's going to change her mind.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, she gave you that choice of either stay here or be out.
Let her go then.
Like, yeah.
But do people really do that?
No.
Do people really come out and say, hey, I know we're getting serious, but I don't ever want to get married? Fuck no. Who does that?
Say it from the beginning. I say it from the beginning.
I don't believe you.
I say it from the beginning.
I don't believe you.
I tell people from the beginning.
Yes, sis. That's a conversation that should be had early in the dating phase, but it's not happening. I don't know.
People do ask,
Now-
ask what you want.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Now
His finger up.
if it was a conversation that's had in the beginning and I choose to stay, then I chose to stay. But if it's a conversation that was never had, because most people assume that if you're dating and you're in a position to where you want to get serious with someone, or you dating somebody and you get serious with them, who the fuck wants?
That's what I mean. Have you had that conversation with a guy you dated?
Yes.
You've said,
Yes,
if we get serious, I just want to live together.
I have these conversations at the beginning because people ask, what do you want? What do you want in the relationship? What do you want?
And how does it go? So let's do this real quick.
At the present moment,
Miss
I don't
Zudi,
want to get married.
let's do this real quick.
Yes.
Miss Zudi, you know, we've been dating for about 7-8 months. No, we've been dating for about 2-3 years, and I'm ready to settle down.
I told you beginning when we first started dating, I'm not looking to get married.
When the fuck did you tell me that?
During the dating conversation.
So we at dinner, and I say, hey, so what is it that you're looking for in a man?
I'll tell him a companion. I'm looking for, I'll say that, but I'm not looking to get married.
See, when you use that word companion, this is my thing. I don't think y'all understand.
A companion.
You cannot use companion and think life partner and companion. That's two different. How can you expect a life partner? You know what a husband and a wife truly is?
That is a life partner. A companion is not necessarily.
A companion can leave you today or tomorrow, right?
A companion can leave you today or tomorrow.
So are you going to invest money in a companion? Are you going to have investments with a companion? Are you going to buy a house with a companion? How foolish is that?
Some people do because they just choose not to go back down to that road. If they've been married before, they choose not to deal with it again.
Zudi, are you really going to buy a house with a man that you're not married to?
First of all, no.
All right then. That's what I mean.
But some people choose to do that. That's what I'm saying is some people choose to do that. I just told you I don't want to live with nobody. So why go buy a house with somebody? I don't want to live with nobody.
I need to stop using you as an example. So I'm asking the women that supposedly don't want to get married or don't mind waiting. Are you going to invest with a man that you're not married to? Let me ask that. For the sisters that's not married, because I'm in the comments. For the sisters that's not married, are you going to invest and pour into a man that you're not marrying?
Now,
but you can pour into somebody that you're dating.
Now, you got a lot of people that just choose to just be in a relationship, and they still will buy a house together, and But if you do that, there needs to be some legal documentation that's in a folder somewhere.
Correct.
You definitely need to have some legal documentation to cover both of your asses. Because if you split up, whoever's name, well, I guess if both names are on the house, because if I buy a house with somebody and I'm not married to them, my name going to be on that house as well as theirs. So if we do decide to split, then it's just going to be a fucking either
50-50.
I'm going to just say fuck it, you can have it. One of us going to say fuck it, you can have it, or we're going to have to go through a nasty ass court battle, or
Why does it
you
have
could
to
just
be nasty, though?
I'm not saying it's option 3 or option 3.
I want to see some of the motherfuckers you dating, because you got some fantasy type shit going on. Talking about why it got to be nasty. You buy a house with a nigga you ain't married to. You think it's going to be sweet?
If we decide that we're no longer going to be together, we're going to go ahead and sell this house and split that 50-50.
So real quick, Miss Hunter said you don't want a companion. You want a dick appointment. Miss K said, as an unmarried woman, I damn sure won't play house if we ain't married. Miss Hunter said it's playing house that makes it weird. Chanel said if we aren't working towards a future together, then we aren't making any investments together. Miss Lisa Spence said you can either sell it or buy each other out.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can do that. But I mean,
that's what I was going to say.
I don't want to. I need some of the unmarried fellas in here, because I might be looking at it biased because I am married.
I think you are.
I might be looking at it biased, but I can say this: I haven't always been married, and I was not quick to marry my wife. Me and my wife played house for quite some time, but that was because of me. My wife accepted. My wife told me, you can marry me today or tomorrow the way you are. I'm the one that wanted to be more financially stable, more set. But guess what? You ain't never going to be exactly where you want to be. So that's how we just ended up doing it. You know what I'm saying? But as a married man, I look at it like this. If I'm not married to a woman, I'm not committing to her. I'm not. And when I say that, I mean, yeah, I won't cheat on you. We can do the boyfriend, girlfriend thing. But guess what? Don't depend on me to give you everything that I will give my wife.
So,
because you haven't shown me that you deserve it, just like I haven't shown you I deserve it. That's just realistic, man.
I think you're thinking of it as in the younger age range.
No,
like
I'm thinking as in the 40s. I'm 43.
Like once we get in our 40s, 50s, 60s, there's people that have been married before. They've gone through that before.
You're speaking from married before.
So then they don't want to have that. So they're okay with having just a companion.
No, don't say they okay. They don't want. You were saying it right the first time.
They don't want.
They don't want to go through the fucked up marriage they went through before. Because guess what? If you get a divorce at the end of the day, your marriage was fucked up.
Not necessarily.
It was.
Or what if the person dies?
Okay, that ain't a divorce. That ain't a divorce. Okay, you're a widow. You're a widow.
Let's just say they're no longer married again.
Right, I'm with you,
So
Zudi.
some people don't want to get married.
But
again.
Zudi, guess what? If you get a divorce, that means your marriage was fucked up, and whether it be on you or that guy, straight up and down. You've been married more than once.
Who?
You?
Me? Yeah. So
God damn, Mike, you got a lot going on.
I'm gonna say it doesn't necessarily mean that your marriage is fucked up. My first marriage was fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. I got married because of my daughter, but you can't necessarily say your marriage was fucked up. It's just people do sometimes grow apart.
Yeah, okay, I take that back. But the average, okay, y'all grew apart. Okay, okay, that can happen. I can see that. But if you get a divorce, that means something.
No,
fuck growing apart.
No, but marriages.
It wasn't bad.
Marriages go in so many different ways because you got some people that they in a fucked up marriage, but they just stay together for the kids.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times they try to hide it, but for the most part, the kids know. They see that shit. They know. So, I mean, and then to divorce, I would say I'm gonna partially agree with you, but partially not. Like say growing apart. And then also, it can be so many different circumstances.
See, that growing apart, I think that's so fucking cliche. Nah, y'all didn't grow apart. Y'all let the love die. Let's grow the fuck up. Call a spade a spade. You didn't grow apart. You let the love die.
I don't know about that, though.
Or you outgrew each other.
Yes.
Bullshit. You didn't want to do what was willing that needed to be done to save the marriage, and they didn't want to. Somebody didn't want to meet the other. Fuck all that growing apart bullshit.
I'm gonna say this. Like I said, I'm a firm believer in.
Ooh, see, hold on. I'm sorry, Miss Hunter. If you grow apart, y'all allowed that to happen. You have to put in work, motherfucking right.
Now,
that's bullshit. That grow apart bullshit.
Now, I totally agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? If you're both willing to work on it. Me personally, like I said, I do the therapy thing, so I'm gonna make sure that we don't grow apart. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure that we don't grow apart. I'm gonna deal with a marriage counselor that can give us techniques to keep our marriage healthy. I'm doing that now. You know what I'm saying? I know you dead set against the counseling, the therapy, all that shit, but like I always say, a marriage counselor can give you techniques to keep your marriage good, improve your marriage, whether it's good or not. Just ways to improve your marriage. They can give you different techniques to do, and that's what my counselor does. She gives us different techniques.
So, as a little girl, and I'm gonna let you go. I just want a quick question. Mm-hmm. So, as a girl. Mm-hmm. As a female, you didn't have the vision of getting to wear your pretty wedding dress and walk down the aisle.
I was such a tomboy. No, not really. Not really. Let me tell you, no, I didn't.
You didn't have dreams of having a beautiful wedding as a female?
No.
Okay.
Nope. I dreamed that I was going to be this powerful attorney, that was this badass person. I was going to be a dope aunt with no kids. Now, after I had Zaria, my perspective did change. Mm-hmm. So certain things did change about that. But then, like I said, I've been married before, and I didn't have a fucked up marriage. Oh. Do I think that we were young and immature? Yes. And things could have worked. But I do also believe that people can grow apart, because as you grow and mature, sometimes things change, perspective changes from both sides. And if both people aren't willing to work on those things, then
that's what I said.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be a fucked up. It doesn't have to be a fucked up situation.
But when you're married, the key word is compromise and working together. And if neither one are willing to do that, then they're fucked up marriage. It's fucked up marriage.
It's not a fucked up marriage.
We just don't want to use the words.
Because then you can still be like, he's a great person. We're just not great for each other. And we're okay with that. And we're okay with being friends with that.
I'm glad both of y'all. I've never been divorced, and I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I don't ever want to go through that. But since both of y'all have been married and are divorcees, what is it? What point do you realize or say, I don't love this person anymore?
But you're not saying that you don't love them, because you're going to always love them. I'm going to always have love for you. I'm going to always have feelings for you. But that does not necessarily mean that we need to be together.
I get that part. I totally agree. But, okay, so let me reword that, since you're going to always love them. Mm-hmm. So you still love your ex-husband?
I still care about him.
You still love your ex-wife?
Hell no.
That's because he had a messy life. It
hold up.
No,
so at what point? Hold on, because I want you to answer this too.
I'm gonna answer that in my.
At what point do you say this shit is done, it's over, it's burnt, I don't want it no more?
Once I've mentally checked out of my head. So with me,
because it wasn't a fucked up marriage, but something mentally checked you out.
No. So with me is, I'm very black and white. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. I'm gonna tell you the issues that we have, and let's talk about like how to fix it. Let's try to fix this. I'm really big on communication. Mm-hmm. Now, and if I don't see that being reciprocated multiple times, I already started the breakup process in my head. Mm. I've already gone through everything, all of the tears and everything in my head. So when it physically comes out of my mouth and tell you that I'm done, I'm checked out. I'm completely checked out.
Yeah, most women check out, and they just try to give us the benefit of the doubt, in my opinion. But most women, once they're checked out, that's it. It's kind of difficult to get them back sometimes. Now, to answer your question, it was more so when there was a lot. It was cheating going on.
Yeah, so yours was a fucked up marriage.
Yeah, no, my first marriage
was fucked
was
up.
definitely a fucked up.
Y'all
marriage
were
because-
cheating on each other.
because I got married for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying? I got married for the total wrong reasons. Now, if you get married for the wrong reasons, then it's not going to work. I didn't get married because, I'm so in love with you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. No, that wasn't it. I got married because we had a child together, and I wanted to try to make it work for my child.
And you didn't want to be on child support.
No, that ain't had nothing to do with it.
I got your number, buddy.
No, that ain't had nothing
You don't
to do
want
with
to pay for them kids.
No, that ain't had nothing to do with it. I just didn't.
He still had 2 more.
Mike got a lot of fucking Sharp got a lot of kids.
I just wanted to, like be in my daughter's life every day, all day. Now, will I say I will never say I was not in love with my ex-wife. I was in love with my ex-wife at one point in time.
So don't say you married her because y'all had a kid if you was in love with her.
Listen to what I'm saying. At one point in time, throughout the marriage, at one point in time, I'm not gonna go into the details, but at one point in time.
But how do you stop loving somebody?
Then, I'm so glad you asked that. I ask that question all the time. Go ahead, Sharp. How do you stop loving somebody? I mean, you really didn't love them.
Love is what? It's a feeling, right?
Love is an emotion.
Love is an emotion.
Is emotion.
It's an emotion. So you
it's
can
a
be
feeling and it's an
conditional?
action.
So you can't be mad at somebody. Is being angry, mad? Is that an emotion?
It is, but I feel like that goes deeper. Like
if I love you, I'm willing to damn near do whatever for you. I don't want to see you unhappy. I don't want to. Love is deeper than just a feeling in your stomach. Love is real shit. Love does not die. Now, being in love, now I'm about to tell you, in love and loving is 2 different things.
Correct.
Which one were you? Were you in love or did you love her?
I got love for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, I got love for everybody. It's a natural love that I have for human beings, mankind. But as far as the type of love that you have for someone that you are in a relationship with or in a relationship with, that love is not there. It's non-existent. At one point, I was in love with her at one point.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't in the beginning. And of course, it wasn't in the end.
Okay.
But at one point, I was. And then that stopped. Now that
stopped when she cheated?
Nah, can't really say exactly when. But that intimate type love, that love that you have for a significant other, someone that you're dealing with in a relationship, that stopped. That stopped. Now, as far as the love that I have, I'm not gonna say, there's love and then you got hate, right? So you could hate somebody, you could dislike somebody, whatever, what have you. I don't hate her, but I don't have that type of love for her anymore.
Right.
I just got the type of love that I have for human beings, mankind.
And mankind is fucked up. So
it
look, Ms. Hunter says, I think it's crazy that people outgrow strangers, but don't outgrow their toxic family members. Sis said, woo, child, crazy, ain't it? And then Ms. Hunter said, according to Eve, love is blind.
I saw that on a post. And I think, did I post it? I post something like that. I was going to anyway. So yeah, it's like you can not give a fuck about a family member or friend or whatever. Stop fucking with them, but you will continuously fuck with somebody that you in a relationship with and let them fuck over you over.
See,
I'm
built different. I'm built different.
Again.
No, what she said is how you don't outgrow fucked up family members. I do.
I do.
I got family members I don't
too.
deal with because they showed me their true colors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit. Once you show me who you are, I ain't even tolerating you. I'm just not gonna deal with you. I'm to the point now, and people can make all these little posts and have all these sayings, life too short, family this, family that. Family ain't always family, Slim. I understand that. Just because y'all got the same blood flowing through y'all veins don't make y'all, don't make that person real. Don't make them, they could still be a fucked up person.
I totally agree.
So I don't even deal with that. I got, it's sad to say, but, and this can go into a whole nother level, but sometimes I think when you start adding family into mixing families and doing all that,
Huh?
when you
Go into
start
that.
mixing families, you can fuck up. That can make it can make some people not have the genuine love that you have.
Explain
mean?
that. Yeah.
Okay,
Let me ask you a question real quick. So when you say mixing families, are you speaking more so of
Blending
from a marriage standpoint where you mixing your wife's family with your family,
No,
or are you more
no.
so speaking of like say
I'm speaking on having fucking step parents and making babies with one man, then making babies with another man, and now the kids aren't close because they don't have the same.
But whose fault is that?
It's not the parents. It's the parents'
It's
fault.
the parents because
It's the parents'
we don't do co-parenting. Like I'm a strong believer in co-parenting.
Nah, that ain't it, Sudi.
Like how's that not it?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm about to give you an example.
How's that in
The parents can co-parent. The parents can co-parent. The parents can treat their kid like it's their kid. But these siblings, some siblings gonna grow up and grow apart. Versus when you got the same mother and same father or whatever, sometimes it be different.
But sometimes
because it's fucked up.
I don't think so though.
All right, go
for
ahead.
go ahead.
So, because I feel like sometimes family may be friends. I feel like you can grow closer to somebody that not friends. You can go closer to other siblings that may be from other parents stronger than the person that you grew up with in the same house.
can.
So it all depends on the bond that you have set and those parents have set for you
But guess
as
what?
well.
That shit changes with time and age.
It doesn't have to. Now, if I totally agree when you say if you build that relationship. So okay, I got kids from different women, and throughout their sibling years, if I would have had them together, constantly together, playing together, that's my brother, that's my brother. I think that they would have grew up to be close, tight, unless one of them was a fucked up individual and just did some fuck shit to the other
It's
one.
on the kid,
But
young. It's not.
But no, I agree with you when you say. I partially agree with you when you say, yeah, they can grow apart, but it's highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely. It happens in regular families. We can have the same mother and father. We grow up and we just grow apart. It happens. But hold on, it happens. But I would say it's highly unlikely if you have two children or you have your children, they're always together, that they're gonna grow apart. I actually got the opposite. My kids wasn't together as children. They seen each other every now and then, whatever, and now they freaking frat.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
telling
God,
you.
and I thank God
I'm
for
being
that.
realistic with you when I'm telling you, when you have
Go ahead.
that step siblings, and I don't call none of my siblings step nothing. My brothers and my sisters are my brothers and my sisters. But the reality of it is, it just seems like the closeness is not there when you weren't raised together daily, when you don't have the same. It's hard to explain, young. It seemed like it's not the closeness isn't there because y'all weren't together.
I disagree.
I disagree
I
with
totally
that.
disagree. With
No, I'm not saying you have to agree. I'm
just
just
saying.
telling you how it seems to me.
I get what
Because
you're saying,
I look at it like, okay, if I'm raised in a household, like I love the shit out of all my siblings. Don't take my words wrong. I love all of them equally. And I have siblings. I have a lot of siblings, and I love all of them equally. Are some of us closer than others? Yes. Yes, we are.
Now,
And the reason why is because of the way we interact with each other.
correct. So that's the thing is,
But we interact with each other a certain way. You are your parents' child.
But that's the same as brothers that have the brothers and sisters that have the same parents. You got some brothers and sisters that's closer to one than the other. I can relate to my oldest brother, but that middle brother, I do not fuck with him. That nigga weird. You know what I'm saying?
But he
Like,
okay. It's y'all got the same mother and father.
Yes, you got the same mother.
All right,
no,
so
I'm not speaking for me. I'm just saying in general. Now, in my situation, my siblings, they are hundreds and hundreds of miles away. I see them once every couple of years throughout my whole life. Now, if I was in the same state with them, if things was done the way it was supposed to be done, and we were around each other all the time, I know I'd be tight.
How you
as
gonna
shit
be
with them.
close to your sibling if you only seen them like 2 times out of 365 days.
I just
You
said
can
that.
still be close to your sibling after that.
But
I have a brother that's in North Carolina.
No, you got to
That means he
build that
still-
shit. You got to build it as you get older. It's
But
not
you-
going to be naturally there.
But that's still, it's naturally there. There's still a natural bond there from the beginning. If you are raised together, you guys, and that's what I said.
I just
if
said
co-parenting,
y'all weren't raised
that's what I'm saying. But
together.
co-parenting, and that's what co-parenting at their finest. If parents put their bullshit aside. And okay, we're going to spend holidays together. We're going to do this. Allow the kids to be in that space together so that they can grow up together. Allow them to build that bond.
It's not always bullshit. It just don't happen sometimes.
Sometimes,
Like,
but it can happen.
Like if you so let's say you went and remarried. You see what I'm saying? And you got your daughter, and then with your new husband. You the mother, so it's different because you got the kids with you. So I got to use you as an example. So you got your sons, your daughters, or whatever, and then you go remarry, and you have children with your new wife, and those children and your other kids, y'all in different states and different time zones. They're not seeing each other. They're not bonding with each other. They might talk over the phone once in a blue moon, but they're not bonding with each other. Versus you having siblings that raise together. But now it's up to the kids once they get older to make that bond stronger.
But they can make that bond stronger when you're younger. It's up to the parents. Hey, we know they're not in the same state,
That
so let's
shit
make
fades.
sure that
That's
they
what I'm
get.
telling you.
So
It fades.
It does not fade.
It does. I watch it every day.
If your bond is tight enough, that
won't.
doesn't fade. That doesn't fade no matter how far you
Shit.
go. If that bond, my case in point, I have a little sister in Philly that she's 14. Of course, I'm 25 years older than her. But with me being around her when she was younger, always telling her, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. That bond is never going to go nowhere. That doesn't change. It's only going to get tighter as she gets older. So it's up to you, up to the kids to be able to do that. But then also it's up to the parents to say, hey, let's make sure that they get together so they can be around
I think
their
it's
family.
the person. I think it's the person. I think it's on you and how you show your love. Like me, I'm more of a person. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. This is how I communicate. People that's close to me, I want to talk to you as much as possible. I shouldn't have to only hear from you at certain times. I shouldn't only receive a phone call at certain times. Like, I talk to certain people damn near every day. Now, I ain't saying we ain't close because I don't talk to you every day, but for the most part, I should be talking to you more than fucking... I shouldn't be able to count on my hands how many times I talk to you in a year.
That's the way it
In
should
a year,
be.
no.
Come on.
But I
Let's
don't
be
talk
realistic.
to everybody every day. And
No,
we're
you don't
still
have to
close.
talk to... nobody got to talk to nobody every day. I'm not saying that, but come on. I can talk to you... count on my hands how many times I talk to you in a year.
No.
That's
I
crazy.
could talk to you once a month and we still be close.
Yeah, I mean that shouldn't be the case, but sometimes it is. But I like I said, my sons, they weren't around each other, but now they thick as thieves. Thank God, because and we tried in the beginning, but it fell by the wayside somewhere. But
I think some kids are bothered by that too. Some kids might be like, "Well, that ain't my dad. That's your father." I mean, a lot of that shit, man. That's
That's true. Or
it's
they
messy.
may feel like
It's messy.
they've been treated differently.
Exactly.
So I get
they'll-
that.
It's too much.
But that's why I
It's too
said it's up
much,
to the parents to.
You know.
yeah, it's definitely up to the parents. It's communication. All right, y'all. So we're about to go into Miss Zudi's bottom line, y'all. All right. So we are going into the bottom line.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. So again, you guys. So basically, Miss blah blah blah. I'm getting tongue tied today. So Miss
Miss Booty.
Damn, she is cutting all the way up.
Miss Zudi's bottom line is you guys write in questions, concerns. It could be relationship topics, friends, family, whatever you want us to talk about. whatever you want us to have advice about. Again, it is anonymous, so you can put all your thoughts, your feelings into it, unless you want us to tell who you are. Then you can do that.
And
All
the
right.
email is at the bottom for y'all to submit your request, or submit your submissions to the bottom line right there.
All right. So let's get to it. So this one's called Short-Term Throuple. What's good, Ms. Zudi? I'm in deep shit and I need your advice like yesterday. So my girl and I been together for 5 years. In the beginning, our sex was amazing. She wanted sex as much as I did, if not more, and she was freaky as hell. Loved it. One night, we were talking about the state of our sex life and discussing how to liven it up. She said because she mostly takes care of the kids, she's drained by the time it's supposed to be sexy time. We have 2 kids, and I understand that. She works from home. I work outside the home, so I get how her feeling. I get how her feeling like she never gets a break for herself can cause her for not to want to focus on anything else by the time dinner's over and the kids are asleep. During that conversation, she says if there is another woman in the house to help pick up where she drops off from time to time so that she can catch her breath, then she will be better for both of us in the long run. My girl asked me how I felt about a poly relationship. I never really thought about it. To make a long story short, we decided to give it a try. My girl didn't feel comfortable with a random chick, so she asked a coworker turned friend of 3 years if she would come to dinner and talk with it about us. Weirdest conversation never, man. After that, months went by and we all got to hang out. Our kids were with the parents for the weekend and the coworker came through and chilled with us. The night ended in a threesome and the shit was mind-blowing. My girl had a good time. I had a good time. We all did. We decided to do a throuple after that night and everything was great for about 6 months. My girl started not feeling it anymore, and when I asked her why, she never really cared. She never gave a clear answer. Her coworker was helping with the kids. They alternated on making the meals. They shopped together. They got their hair and nail done together on the weekends together while I stayed with the kids. I thought we had it made, and she was not happy. The coworker stopped coming around, and my girl said she doesn't want me seeing or talking to her anymore. They didn't even have a falling out or anything. I ain't gonna lie. I see her every chance I get. Not only is the sex fire, but I've gotten to know her on a deeper level when she's around us, and I'm not trying to let that shorty go. Everything you want in a woman, and she got it. I love my girl, but this was her idea to cut it short without any explanation is wild. Any advice on how I can convince my girl that having our bae was the best thing for the both of us? She started this whole thing and now She started this whole thing and now she's not down with it anymore. What's up with that? Thanks for your advice.
Recipe for disaster. I am totally against polygamy. I am totally against it. And I say this because, A, if you can watch your significant other have sex with someone else and it doesn't bother you in some shape or form, something's off. Something's off. And it ain't got nothing to do with insecurity. Something's off if you can enjoy watching your mate have sex with someone else. And even if you decide to try polygamy, that woman gonna get jealous at some point because one night you gonna eat her ass longer than you ate the other one ass. Or why you eat her ass for 10 minutes and you only ate my ass for 5 minutes? Or why you do this with her? It's too much bullshit.
But if she suggested it, should he have said no from the beginning?
He should have said no. That's the point I'm getting to. Don't ever think that shit's gonna work out. Now, I've seen it on social media and I think it's fake. When I see it on TV, I think it's fake because they even have problems. There's no way you're going to be all right with it. And the girl, when he said it in the letter, he said, my girl ain't feeling it no more. that was bound to happen, my boy. She was not going to keep feeling letting you fuck on her and treat her equal to her. What woman is honestly going to be comfortable with a man that she loves and she with treating another woman just as equal as her, not putting her above that woman? What woman's going to feel that?
So, but then what happens with her opening? If she opened that door for that conversation, or she opened the door for that to happen, then do you think that she should have had a conversation before closing it, or just be like, oh, I'm not feeling it anymore?
Yeah, she should have told him what she wasn't feeling and then went with it. So let me read these real quick. She said, Kay said, old girl probably realized he was falling for her. She's not saying anything because she doesn't want to come off as jealous or insecure. Lolita said, what's up, Lolo? Lolita said, I'm not against poly. I'm against the sex fest that comes with it. I can dig that. Lisa said, you don't watch your spouse have relations in a poly merge. You don't?
No.
Hey, no, fuck no.
So in poly.
Hold up. Miss Hunter says she should have asked for a maid. That's right. That's right, girl. I'm with that, Miss Hunter. Fuck that. I'm a man. And I don't want to have sex with another woman and my wife.
So all poly relationships, the women are not sleeping with each other.
So what, you sleep with one and then...
Yeah, so...
Explain it to me.
So some poly relationships...
Because you was in one, right?
No, I was not.
I'm just fucking with y'all. Zooty was not in a poly. I'm just playing. Go ahead. Explain it to me, babe.
So some poly... Well, a typical poly relationship is that there is a man, or it... Because now there can be a woman, too, that have multiple men. Wow. But then they're not necessarily... They don't always have to be engaging with each other. So he basically has multiple wives, but then he is the head. So he takes care and provides for that entire household. So typically, and I hate when a lot of guys be like, oh, let's be poly so we can band our money together. No, that's not what it's supposed to be. You are supposed to be able to provide for every household that there is.
Just like in the Bible.
And not
yep.
Oh, we band our money together. No, that's not what it is. So that means you can have a sex
wives.
fest.
Yeah.
But you can have, basically, it's you having multiple wives, but that you have the ability to take care of each one of those households. And then the women will work together to help raise those kids inside of the household.
It's a show on Lifetime, I think. I can't remember the name.
Yeah,
it is.
It's a show. So basically, they just they have several wives, sister wives. I think it's called sister wives. And so it's more so focused on men having several women, and they all married, or most of the time they all married, and they just kind of help with the household, and the husband is supposed to provide. Some of them, I think, a lot of the women, some of the women do work together or whatever.
So let me ask you this:
now, some religions, you got some religions that just that
Mormons.
That's just the way it is. Like and Muslim too, Islam, you can have multiple wives, but you have a deity, and that deity outlines what you're supposed. It's like a contract, outlines what you're supposed to give to your wives, and you have to provide everything within that deity. Well, I know I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's like a contract. You have to provide whatever you say in that either deity or dowry. It might be a dowry.
Okay.
But forgive me if I'm wrong on the word. But yeah, you have to provide for all your household.
Well, that goes back to a king can have as many wives as he wants if he's a king.
Correct.
But this is the thing. I see y'all say, well, they ain't all fucking each other. That man is sleeping with all of them women at some point, right?
Correct.
Most of the time,
okay.
Yeah.
At that point, it becomes dangerous because now he's sleeping with all these women raw, and now you're fucking up pH balances. You're bringing a lot of bullshit to the table. You see what I'm saying? So if you got 4 wives and you fucking all 4 of them raw, I hit her one night in a different room or at a different house, however poly works, I don't know. But come on, it's nasty. It's nasty. You raw dogging 4 different women and you mixing their pHs up. You don't worry about that?
Of course, people worry.
But you being in a poly relationship,
I'm not in no poly relationship. You choose your one. I'm not in no poly relationship.
Let me stop fucking worrying, y'all.
But that's just like a man going out here sleeping with
Yes.
multiple different women or whatever. Same situation.
He's
but at
dirty.
least in this particular one, they have a commitment to each other. So I'm pretty sure that there's some safety involved, or that I spend a week here, or that I don't know.
What?
But I'm pretty sure that they practice safe sex, and there's some safety involved within this because they're tied to each other.
Okay.
And then again, like I said, he is providing for all of these multiple households.
So are you with it or against it? What's your bottom line?
Am I
Gotta
with
call
it or
on.
against it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes no difference to me. You do what you want to do. You know, I always joke and say that if I could have a husband and wife, then I'll be perfect.
Hey, you crazy. You with it or
Be
against
perfect.
it, Sharp?
Now, with that situation, I mean, it's cool if they had an agreement, everybody had an agreement and all that. But once the wife is like, nah, I ain't trying to do this shit no more, he needs to stop.
So
He definitely needs to stop.
But then there also needs to be a discussion on why, because you can't open that door and then close it, just shut it. Like if you open that door, you've opened
Pandora's box.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right.
So therefore, it needs to be some type of discussion on why. Like she needs to be honest with her, because at the end of the day, I feel like those two women or multiple women, because it happens. Someone's always fighting for that number one spot.
There you go.
Like,
and you're a
so
smart
it's
woman. I
always
knew you
going
was
to
going to
be-
say that.
It's always going to be some type of issue,
Yes.
because then they're going to feel like he loves you more or this more.
Or he eats your
So-
ass better.
So she needs to say, like, and she needs to just be honest, like, with him and tell her why that it is. But if he gets caught, because remember, he's still sneaking around with old girl.
Yeah, he done fell for old girl
Like,
too. That's another problem.
And when you're having sex with multiple people, like if they're having sex together, I'm pretty sure she can sense that he has more feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're intimate with somebody,
You damn
your
right.
feelings come out, your emotions
damn
come
right.
out, and I'm pretty sure that the wife can see that, and that's one of the reasons why she feels the way that
Fuck
she
yeah.
does.
So,
yeah.
Sharp, it's just up and down. Is you with polygamy or not?
Honestly, nah, I couldn't. It wouldn't go well. It wouldn't go well. Somebody's going to get hurt in the end.
So
it wouldn't go well.
So you're not with polygamy. Like you wouldn't want to be with another woman and your wife.
Nah.
But would you want to be with two women that's not your wife?
What man doesn't?
I don't.
Okay.
I can't handle
You
it.
don't want to be with two women.
So if
period?
you
I don't want to be with two women at one time. Fuck no. I'm gonna look weak as a
Shit,
motherfucker.
I lied.
I ain't got that much stamina. I'm gonna be
I don't-
shooting all over the place.
They know.
I'm gonna have to pop Viagra, Cialis, two women at one time.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a break.
Ooh, Lord. When I was younger, maybe, but at 43, hell no.
All right. So
You can handle that right now, Chuck?
no.
No, I couldn't. I ain't even gonna let my wife get a chance to clown me.
No.
She gonna be like, nigga, you can barely handle me. You ain't handling no two women.
No.
Shit.
I mean, I'm gonna pop some. I'm gonna have to pop. Definitely gonna have to pop some. I'm definitely gonna have to pop some.
Shit.
All right. So
My
y'all.
wife can take me out quick, so I know two women shut me down.
So quick, few announcements, real quick. So as of January 4th, we will only be streaming live on YouTube. So y'all gonna have to go to the YouTube page to check us out. We got a lot of things coming 2024. So be on the lookout. We about to take a huge leap. Like shit is about to be lit
That's
in
what's up.
2024. Any announcements before we go?
Starting January 1st, Virginia will be legal for recreational use of marijuana.
Damn, Chucky. This girl's a
Pothead.
junkie, y'all. She is a
Pothead.
true pothead, y'all.
Goddamn pothead.
No, because let me tell you why. Because now it allows me to expand to the other side.
Okay. that's
Especially
what's
if
up.
I have like a lot of vegan products that are infused, and
I got a blast report.
Alright.
And you know I don't never have blast reports.
Exactly.
Go
Good.
ahead.
So I want to put Ray's Soul Food on blast. I had some motherfucking, listen, y'all. If y'all don't get with the Hunters and get you some food catered, y'all better stop playing. I had some pulled, and y'all don't do swine. They don't do the swine. I had some pulled chicken, and they, man, murdered it. I mean, this shit was so good. I get food from them all the time, and I just want to say, I want to blast Ray's Soul Food Kitchen and Caribbean Fire. Went down there last week, hooked up with Nisi, the Hunters, Queen Lady. No, I think the Hunters missed out on that one.
He ain't called
Queen
me.
Lady,
Yeah, I saw. No,
He
he
ain't called
posted
me.
it.
I
No, he posted it.
I ain't got to call
posted
him.
it.
He's saying the shit.
You
He
know,
wasn't
I'm
coming
checking.
anyway.
Nah, you
wasn't
actually,
coming anyway.
actually,
I saw it.
Ingrid wants to come down here.
Well, come on
Why
down.
don't we
He
come
wants to
down
come
next
down
weekend?
here.
Come
We
on
go
down.
next
Listen, the
weekend.
food, Caribbean Fire, the food, the drinks, everything is fucking awesome.
Yeah, she wants to come there.
Everything
She wants
is
to try
awesome.
it. She wants to try the food. So maybe we'll do that next Friday.
Check it out.
Yeah, we'll do that next Friday. I'm talking we all get together.
Hey, I'm with it.
Next Friday.
Yeah, can
I'm
we
with
do-
What's next Friday? Hold on. What's next Friday?
Next Friday is just next Friday.
That's
no,
New
it's
Year's.
New Year's
No,
Eve,
New
isn't
Year's
it?
Eve is next Sunday. Christmas is Monday. New Year's Day is the following Monday.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Oh, so that's sad.
No.
But yeah, that's my blast report, man. Shout out to the black-owned businesses, Ray's Soul Food and Caribbean Fire. That's my blast report.
I still want some of that pineapple upside down cake.
You ain't never get it?
No. Did you eat it?
No, I didn't
All right,
eat it.
So we thank y'all for
Well, you gotta
tuning in,
reach out
y'all.
to Miss Hunter.
Chopping It Up Radio every Thursday, 8 p.m. Make sure y'all check us out. Next week we will be at Bar 210. So
For sure, for
y'all
sure.
check us out. Oh, and before we leave, we didn't even get the chance to say happy holidays from us to y'all. So
Yes.
whatever you celebrate, if you do celebrate Christmas, we hope you have a wonderful, safe, and happy Christmas. If you don't, whatever holiday you celebrate, it's the holiday time. If you celebrate, make sure you enjoy, be safe, and I hope everybody gets everything that they want. All right? So Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, all that from Chopping It Up Radio.
In my mind,
All right,
I
y'all.
wish you a Merry
We'll see y'all next week.
Christmas.
Peace.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.